Hello, it is. Hang on. It is 48. It is 16:48, March 23rd, and today was quite a standard day, but it was also a very good day. Two of my friends decided they were too poorly to continue the day. Can't tell if they're telling the truth or not. But as a result, I was actually much more productive than I normally am. I didn't feel particularly extra productive, but just when I looked back at my work at the end of the day, I'd done about twice the amount I normally would have done. So I think it just meant I had half the amount of distraction. But yeah, so this morning, so as part of my projects, we need to set up these blogs, and I chose to do video blogs, but everyone in the course needs to do blogs, and I started mine about a week and a half earlier than everyone else. So everyone started up their blogs today, made Tumblr accounts and all that, and I was just running around helping other people set them up most of the time. But I had a mini panic when our tutor for the lesson was like, okay, so now I'm going to teach you how to follow people. So as an example, I followed Sam, and I just went like just deer caught in the headlights, because I've put myself out in this vlog and it's completely beyond my control now. Same thing, I mentioned the same thing yesterday, like my sister shared the videos and I have no control over who sees this anymore, which I'm partly wigged out about, but also it's weird, I'm also feeling indifferent. Like, I don't really care who sees this, because it's not gonna affect me. Like, I'm not ashamed of anything I put on here. It's embarrassing, yes, it's awkward, yes, but I can't imagine anyone having a lesser opinion of me after seeing these, and if they do, then they're weird. But yeah, so that happened. Thankfully, no one seemed interested enough to view my blogs and stuff, but that's probably going to be a gradual thing over the next few weeks. So yeah, I'll probably get questions about that, which I'm not particularly looking forward to, but it is what it is. So still no response on Tesco's and whether I've gotten the job yet or not, which at this point I've sort of made my peace with the fact that I haven't gotten it, because I mean, if I do get it, it's brilliant, but I have a feeling if I was picked, they would have told me by now. I think the reason they probably haven't told me I haven't been picked yet is because the person who was their first choice is being flaky in response, or they're still working out the times, and like, oh, if he can't do these hours, then maybe one of the runner-ups could do these hours. So I'm probably not their first choice, but I might still be on the list, which is why they're taking so long to get back to me. They were meant to get back to me by Tuesday, and it is now Thursday. Sad face. Tomorrow's... So that's that. Tomorrow is going to be a bit of an adventure in itself. I might give it its own blog, depending on what's happening. But... So... I mentioned this yesterday again, but yesterday was a long video and I can't imagine everyone sticking around through it, since it's not particularly well structured and I found it quite hard to watch afterwards. So tomorrow I'm going to meet a friend of mine who I haven't met in real life before, but we're quite close, and I like to think that he's not going to kidnap me and kill me and put me on the news for ransom or whatever happens to people who they meet online. But no, we're going to play D&D and stuff. I'm really looking forward to it, but I'm also super nervous, but he's super nervous as well. So we're all nervous together. So a bit of companionship amongst nerves. Yeah, so that's going to be tomorrow's event. The only thing I'm slightly anxious about is I also have a regular online D&D session on Thursdays. Or is it Fridays? Yeah, no, Fridays, yes. Tomorrow, Fridays. and I might be late to it, which is going to be interesting. So I'm going to be playing D&D all afternoon, and then I'm going to rush home on the bus during London during rush hour, and then I'm going to play more D&D. So any other, I don't know, right now I'm not feeling particularly up to that, but I might, tomorrow might be D&D heaven for me. You never know. For those of you that don't know, by the way, D&D is Dungeons and Dragons. It's a tabletop game where you all sit around a table and you choose characters to play as, and your dungeon master, the sort of leader, the bank in Monopoly as it were, guides you through an adventure, and you influence the world through your characters, and it's all really cool. So today and yesterday afternoon-ish, I had a few ideas for what I could do next for my project, and what I'm considering doing is some portraiture. So whilst I was at the Hockney exhibition, there was one piece that particularly caught my eye. It was a fairly minimalistic line self-portrait of David Hockney, of him looking at himself in the mirror, and you can see him drawing himself, and it's really cool and quite, well, I thought it was his most memorable piece. So I want to do a few of those. I'll probably do them in fine liner, because the next Tuesday, Adele, who I'm going to be with that afternoon, has a really large mirror, so I'm going to borrow that. So what I'm planning is I'm going to do a simple line drawing on a white piece of paper. So earlier today I got a bunch of newsprint and splattered, essentially drenched it in water and then splat loads of inks on it, and had lots of really cool diffusion effects and stuff. So once I do my portraiture line drawing, I'm going to Photoshop that onto the background of the newsprint with loads of really interesting colours, and I'm probably going to mess about it in Photoshop and get interesting colours, interesting effects and stuff. So that'll probably be a nice page or two in my sketchbook, which I'm looking forward to. Yeah. And so you may have noticed I'm whizzing through this vlog, and it's because so after yesterday's disaster, honestly, it took me 10 minutes to kickstart it. I wasn't very happy with it. It wasn't very watchable. So, but what I did in the very first session, which everyone, including me, thinks is the best one, I had bullet points of things I want to talk about, topics. So I'm doing that now, and I'm going to try and do it for every vlog that happens. You may have noticed I'm not in my normal venue, and that's because I needed to pee again. I sat down and just needed to go to the toilet, so I rushed home, and now I'm doing it here. But no, it's all good. So in the future, as part of my new vlogging setup routine, I think I'll pee before I leave the college. I'm talking a lot about my toiletry habits in here, which is fine. But yeah, tomorrow's going to be an interesting day. I'm going to finish up all my preparation for it now, and then I'm going to relax for the rest of the afternoon, because I know I'm going to start freaking out about it. But I also know it's going to be fine. Yeah. Depending on what happens on Monday, which I haven't decided yet, I'll either see you then or on Tuesday after I've done some of my portraits. So I'll see you then. Bye!